Hey y'all, it's my review for The Real Housewives of Miami, episode 9. It's good to not do a 2-episode review for once, a little bit less pressure. We open the episode in Lisa's $80 million mansion, and we see that the news that she's getting a divorce has now gone public thanks to Lenny talking to Page 6. And he gave his own accord of what happened, and it's very different from Lisa's. Now, while we see the headline, we see the other ladies' reactions to reading the article. They all think Lenny's a piece of ish, and poor Lisa, she's still going through it. So we see that she's being visited by Marisol, and it's not a Marisol scene without alcohol. And she's such an alcoholic that she has her own bottle stored in Lisa's house. So she's talking to Lisa about the article because there's some contradictions in it to what Lisa told the ladies. Like, Lisa told the ladies that she was blindsided, but in the article, Lenny's saying that they've been living separate lives for a while. I think they said like a month. So according to Lisa, Lenny is lying. And then production, they do show us a flashback from episode 1 that was 8 weeks ago where they were trying to be a family at the table. Now, did Lisa know this? And, she was just trying to hang on? I don't know, but she does strike me as the type to put her head in the sand. Like, I think she knew something. Hell, maybe she knew things were bad, but she thought she could fix it. They keep going back to these parties that Lenny and Lisa used to have with like the lingerie models and stuff like that. Like, this is like the 5th time we've seen that flashback of that party. Wow, so we see Marisol in her confessional, and she's echoing the same sentiments that I had. Like, she thinks she knew something, but she thought she could fix it. Marisol then says, this is what happens when you don't live in your truth. Oof. So Lisa's saying that Lenny doesn't come home, he doesn't sleep here anymore. She knows where he is, but when she does see him, he's talking about finding her a place to live. And she's like, who are you to tell me where to live and where to go? Like, it looks like she wants to stay. But truthfully, if they're not going to be living together anymore, how is she going to sustain an $80 million house by herself? Because I'm sure that shit not paid off. This is a totally new thing for Lisa. She is still a deer in headlights in this situation. I hope present day that, she have her situation together. Okay, Lisa, we're in her confessional and she's saying like how disappointed she is about the whole situation, but she's like, why would he do this? Couldn't he just wait till the kids got older? What? So you would stay with a man that looks like he's miserable with you just for the sake of the kids? Have more self-respect for yourself, girl. You deserve it. Damn, production showing us old pictures of Lisa and Lenny was a very lucky man to have Lisa. One of these pictures, Lisa looks like a bombshell. She didn't really need to do anything to her face. So Lisa's crying, she's upset, she's saying, Lenny is all I knew. I don't know what to do. And I'm not making fun of her, I'm just, reenacting the scene. Next scene, we're with Alexia and her son, and it looks like she's organizing an upcoming charity event with this bag lady. Bag lady just sounds so funny, but this lady with these beautiful handbags, they're going to be collaborating a charity event that also helps people like her son with special needs to find jobs in their adult life. And she's talking about how, I think this was a plot line last season, about how her new husband said you aren't helping your son being independent because he's going to have to down the line. She ain't going to be here forever. Also, it's very nice to see Alexia's humanity in this scene because she's been a real bitch to the other ladies this season. Next scene, we're with Julia, and we see that she's planning a surprise dinner for her and Martina. Now wait, I thought a few episodes ago, Julia told Martina not to even ask her about like dinner for 2 or something at the house. I'm guessing her seeing Lisa's marriage implode woke her ass up. So we get a little background of her and Martina's relationship, and they've been together for 14 years. Wow. Lesbians do it better than the gays because 14 years for gays, that's like 6 or 7 years. So Martina arrives and she actually looks happy that Julia put all this together for her. Like, we hardly be seeing Martina smile, and it was actually kind of jarring to see her smile. But yeah, they're having a lovely dinner. It sucks that all their scenes with food, like none of that food they be eating look good. Like, she overcooked the fish, the asparagus looked burnt, but Martina, she doesn't care. She just said, it's the effort that counts. And doesn't it? That's sweet. So the gist of their conversation is they're just saying how far they've come, like in their relationship. And, you know, it looks like Lisa's situation really had the other ladies that are married spooked, because it seemed like Julia was just confirming like, oh, my love, you think you would be with me? I just want to be happy with you. I want us to be happy. I tried. Martina assures her that she's not going anywhere, that Julia's the love of her life, and yeah, it was a sweet scene. Next scene, we're with the two besties, Alexia and Marisol. They're out to dinner. Marisol might as well just be a full-time cast member. We see her more than some of the ladies on the main cast. Anyway, they're talking about Lisa's situation that's public now, and everybody's talking about it. They're both discussing their own situations and how they hope Lisa can get on the other side like they managed to. Like, Alexia has been married, what, 3 times? And Marisol, she got married again, so they're just hoping that their friend wakes up and move on with her life. Next scene after a montage what a few of the ladies are doing, we're with Gertie and her husband as they're having a beach day. Even before this scene starts, it looks like again, one of the ladies in a marriage is reassuring that their partner is happy with them. Like, I swear, Lisa's divorce has sent shockwaves amongst the other ladies. Like, they are spooked. So we find out that they have been together, I think, the longest out of almost all the Housewives franchises. Like, they've been together for 27 years, and they're almost at their 20th wedding anniversary. 20 years with the same person. That just seems like, I can't even fathom that in this day and age, especially in a gay relationship. Yep, and here we go. They're talking about Lisa and Lenny. Child, Gertie is just checking in with her man, just asking, oh, do you have any grievances? And he tells her that, you know, she's a workaholic, and when she gets home, like, she shuts down. She puts on shows that he don't want to watch, and it looks like he wants some more sex. She even says, oh, well, 3 times a week? That's not enough? Looks like he wants more, but I'm like, wow, I mean, to be in a relationship with the same person for 27 years and y'all still having sex 3 times a week, I think that's good. But again, just like Martina told Julia, he tells Gertie that he's here for the long haul, so she has nothing to worry about. I'm definitely rooting for them. If they ever break up, I will be shocked. Shocked. Next scene, we're with Adriana as she gets a non-surgical BBL, and Julia is joining her for this procedure. This doctor's doing too much. This is not an infomercial, sis. I don't think I want to see this. I might fast forward this. Wait a minute. I guess I'm glad I didn't fast forward it. So as Adriana's in pain, like, she asks Julia, tell me a story. Tell me a funny story, something. Julia's like, oh, well, me and Martina's going to have another baby. Wow, okay. I mean, some people are just caregivers, and instead of just getting another baby goat or a chicken, she wants another human to take care of. I'm guessing that solves her empty nester problem. Do y'all think that's a good idea? Y'all let me know in the comments. Look, if I'm ever in a relationship, we ain't gotta have kids. Like, if my partner wants kids, that's fine. I'm gonna be like, you know what? You wanted this, just reminding you. Next scene is the day of Alexia'S charity event. We see all the ladies getting ready for it. We're now with Nicole and Gertie on their way to the event, and Nicole's talking about her upcoming engagement party. And then they get to the topic of how she has a weird relationship with Larsa. It seems like Larsa's been saying some weird comments to Nicole regarding her ex-husband. She always says, oh yeah, your ex-husband, the school teacher, as if, you know, she's saying the janitor or the plumber or something like that. I don't know. It seems like a jab though, so I get where Nicole is coming from. Honestly, I really wouldn't be concerned about what someone like Larsa thinks of me. So the ladies are arriving to the charity event, and you know, when we see Marisol, where is her cocktail? That's the first thing on her mind. Look, this is just gonna be a running thing. We are 9 episodes in. This woman's had a drink in her hand, all 9 of them. Side note, I just love how they film this franchise. Like, just all the bright colors, like, it's just so vibrant. So we see that Lisa's still going through it, and now it looks like Lenny's girlfriend is talking to the press. She's saying in the article that she is not the reason for Lenny's divorce, and we see Lisa saying the nerve of this bitch. We're back at the party, and they're all talking about the statement that Lenny's floozy made. Wow, so we're with Lisa now. She's on her way to Alexia'S event, and she's on the phone with Lenny. She calls him, and we can hear the whole conversation. Already, when she calls Lenny, he answers the phone, what? Look, it should be enough is enough for her. Has she seen the First Wives Club? Well, you know what? She's not the first wife, isn't she? Anyway, so she's telling Lenny off, saying like, you're disgusting for this. You know, our kids can read this one day. You're letting her talk to the press. He tells her, fuck you. I just cannot believe this. Wow. He does not give a fuck about her. Like 15 years, the mother of your children that are both under the age of 6? He really hates that woman. I mean, even last season, you can tell that he was so annoyed by her. I just want her to stand up for herself. Oh shit, look at Kiki, looking stunning. I totally forgot about her. And speaking of Kiki, she seems like the only real friend of. Like Adriana and Marisol, they seem like they're full time. So Lisa's the last one to arrive to the event, and then we see her and Larsa talking about how just much of an asshole Lenny is. And speaking of which, as they're talking, Lenny texts her about groceries. Like right after he told her, fuck you. Oh my God, please tell him where to go and run his pockets. That is the theme, girl. So a little later, we see Larsa and Nicole talking about Lisa's situation. And then Nicole takes this time to talk to Larsa about her grievance with her. She said, this is the first time we actually talk one-on-one together, and I just feel some type of weird energy. She mentions to her that she has a habit of bringing up her ex-husband, the school teacher, and she's wondering where does this come from, and is it a jab towards her? Ew, Larsa, did she really say that? Do you know who I was married to? Do you know who I was married to? Yeah, a rich nigga that looked like Stonehenge. That's who you married, okay? For 22 years and you waste the best years of your life. Really? Did she really try to pull that card? Did you know who I married? I agree with Nicole. Larsa comes off very condescending. I'm guessing they were talking about Lisa's divorce and their experiences divorcing. And Larsa's saying like, oh, well, when you divorce someone like, you know, who I was married to, then you can say your opinion. No, like, that's her experience. She has the right to express that. It doesn't matter how rich her husband was. Already, it looks like Nicole's coming from a good place and she wants to fix her relationship with Larsa. And she's just telling her when you make statements like that, it's hard for us to move on. So now Larsa's going back to the past and saying like how Nicole judged her. So in the flashback, we see Nicole telling Larsa that she just wants to know who she is before she invite her in her house. I mean, on one hand, I can see what she mean, but then on the other, from Larsa's perspective, it's like she's thinking, well, who this bitch thinks she is trying to question me to be in her space? Like, does she know who I am? I think it's a miscommunication. I really do. Like, I don't think Nicole meant it that way. If y'all couldn't tell, I like Nicole. I'm on her side. I don't think she was being malicious with Larsa when she said that. Nicole tells her that she was just trying to get to know her. It wasn't her passing judgment. And then Larsa out of nowhere responds, but Nicole, you know what I heard about you? I heard that you slept with every doctor in the hospital, but I didn't judge you. I didn't judge you. That was so intentional, Larsa, and very nasty. You know, she actually has a real profession, and you saying that can definitely affect that. Nicole is better than me. I would have threw a drink in that bitch face. I mean, Larsa, do you know what we heard about you? What we heard about you, girl? What? Again, I would not be concerned what a chick like Larsa thinks of me. Nicole is stunned. Like, you can see in her eyes, like, she is trying not to slap the shit out of her. Pause it, y'all, when y'all go back to that scene. Like, she's just like, oh, and now we're here with a to be continued, and that is where the episode ends. I mean, they ended the episode on a good note. The episode itself, though, it was pretty, like, filler. But you know what? They gave us 8 episodes of fire, so I don't mind. I still love this franchise. Larsa got some fucking nerve, y'all. Man, my drink would have been in her face. Anywho, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode, whose side y'all on. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.